Hi, I'm Jay.
Hi, I'm Marie.
And you're watching another spooky lunch break.
Ooh. You feel the chills?
They're multiplying. Wrong theme. We're going to get back on theme. We are reading from r/paranormal. And this one is a question posed by the poster. And we're going to read the comments that are responding to the question. Ready to check it out, Marie?
Of course.
For those who have seen a ghost, what did they look like? I've personally never seen a ghost, but some of my family members supposedly seen them. I'm curious to know how they appear to individuals. Do they look injured like in 13 Ghosts? Are they pale, white, or transparent? Do they look like normal people, or are they a shape that doesn't look humanoid? Have you seen a ghost?
No. But I think Hollywood feeds us really particular type of ghosts. Transparent, white, smoke, flying around, screaming in your face. But interesting what other people want to say, what they seen.
Yeah, I wonder if they look like what they looked like when they died. Sort of like nearly headless Nick in Harry Potter with his head kind of falling off. Like, are they wearing what they wore before? Or are they just kind of like energy orbs floating in the sky?
By the way, you start talking about it and I'm think, when people died, died and they were like, if they became a ghost, they forever, like if you die old, you forever old, or you just in your best shape when you like 19 and you just hot and sexy ghost.
I like to be a 30-pound lighter ghost.
You're gonna be weightless.
I'd like to look weightless.
Okay.
All right, let's get into it. Me and my brother were playing in our room. It had to be around 74, 75. I was 4 and he was 9. We both felt something bizarre. I just remember stopping what we were doing, in shock really, and looking up at each other. Standing over us was a middle-aged woman with long black hair. It was down around her knees. She was wearing an old-timey looking robe, I guess? Kind of like pajamas, just a dirty white garment. She was looking down at us, smiling. She had the kindest eyes. Anyway, we were both startled. We looked back at each other for reassurance, I imagine. We lived up in the middle of nowhere, about 20 miles from the nearest village. When we looked back, she was gone. We ran to get our parents. The house was tiny. There's no way someone could have gotten into our house, let alone our bedroom, without my parents knowing. Me and my brother still bring it up sometimes.
Yeah, if they both seen this lady at the same time and they never seen her before, suspicious.
If you had to take a guess as to who that ghost was, like, would you think it's someone that's related to them?
Yeah, or someone who lived in that house before them. Not all the ghosts are bad. Some of them just looking, watching you, just out of curiosity or just because they're boring.
I feel like the ghost is either somebody that's related to them because she was looking at them kind of kindly, or it was just some sick woman that just likes to look at children.
And smile.
I seen my dad's face for about 15 seconds, but it was after he passed away. But other than that, I see shadows all the time. But they aren't evil and don't hurt me. So I won't say I necessarily believe in ghosts, and I'm not saying I don't believe these people. I believe that they've seen what they've seen. I do think that grief can play a big role in what you see and what your mind allows you to see. And maybe for this person at that time, seeing his dad's spirit probably helped comfort him in that really trying time. Maybe it was his dad. Who's to say? Not me.
It's pretty rare when you see people who's still alive and they are not like in a different city, for example, and see them. Mostly it's someone who passed, but I heard the stories when people seen people who's still alive, but they are not there. But like, for example, in different city, but I see you in my room. How it's possible? That's the weird one. If someone passed away, yeah, you can say it's a ghost or it's a grief, like you said. It's just like, it's comforting me. I want to see the face of this person, at least, even if it's going to be imagination. It's actually really sad.
The only time I've seen ghosts was about 15 years ago. I had gone to bed at 10 p.m. and had been lying on my left side for about 5 minutes when I decided to roll over to my right side. Halfway to my right side, I looked up and saw 3 male ghosts. They were hovering above the floor and smiling at me with great joy. I could feel their joy penetrate right through my body. It was as though they knew me and hadn't seen me in many years. Their bodies were transparent but somehow made up of light. They didn't illuminate the room like a light bulb, but it was more like they were illuminated from within, and they were also transparent. I can see the dresser that was behind them, but also through them. My stepdad has seen a female ghost in the same house. He said that she was the most beautiful woman he's ever seen, but she was only visible from the waist up. First off, I'm gonna call out that stepdad. The most beautiful woman you ever seen? Not that commenter's mom?
Yeah, what the heck?
The commenter's first group of ghosts that he described, like maybe people that lived in the home before, maybe family members, they seemed really happy to see him. But then, like, what the stepdad saw was kind of creepy. He only saw the ghost from the waist up. So is it that nearly headless Nick theory we had, or...
Or he just like, yeah, you seen the boys? I seen a really sexy lady. He just trying to troll you, it feels like. But at first, when you start reading, I'm just like, oh, it feels like Casper. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Friendly ghosts.
Great
and they
movie.
just like a little boy and just spinning around trying to figure it out.
When you said Casper, I thought you were talking about the friendly dog. So far from what we read, it seems like these ghosts and spirits are friendly, which is
That's
nice.
actually good, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I wonder if there's any blood-sucking thirsty ones here.
There's like one comes to me and just start beating me with the invisible hands. I don't know.
Or
like-
just start screaming in my face.
You know what's interesting? The ghosts can't do anything. They can like move stuff. They can punch you. They can only like scares you. You know what I mean? I'm not even sure they can make the noises. They can just like boogala 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 around you and nothing else. But still kind of freaky, right? Seeing something that have a face. People seeing the faces in like objects and it scare them. Can you imagine seeing like transparent, shiny something with a face?
The woman that was in my room looked just like a regular person from the back. But when I went to speak, it spooked her and she spun around and flew right up into my face. This is not bullshit. It smelled just like ozone after it rains, but stronger. And I almost vomited from it at the time. It was insane. She just disappeared after whooshing up into my face. I get really shaky when I think about it. So this is the first time someone describes one of their senses affected other than their sight.
Mm-hmm.
Ozone is a very specific smell. But yeah, not only seeing something, but then also kind of like feeling it and smelling its presence, that's got to be kind of freaky, right?
Yeah.
At least it didn't fart.
Next question we're going to ask. Do you ever smells the ghost farts? How it smells like?
Let us know in the comments down below.
I never seen the ghosts, but I seen creatures. In apartment when I grew up, there was a creature. It's not a gnome, but it's kind of a gnome. So it's like a small. It's not exactly a human, but it's looking at you. And it doesn't make you feel like scared. It's more like you feel like someone consistently watching you, but not in a bad way. It's just like looking for you not being in trouble. And my family, my mom's seen it too. Mm-hmm. And my family always, maybe you have this also. If you lose something, you ask this creature to like, hey, if you already play with my stuff, can you give it me back? And then after like a couple minutes, your stuff, wherever you're trying to find, appear on the spot where you left it. But I'm already checked on this spot, it was nothing. And now it's there. It's just interesting experience. Skeptic probably not gonna believe in it. It's kind of silly to think we're the only one who exist in this world. Animals, we are, and bugs. I think there's much more that we don't even understand. We're not even ready to understand.
My parents' home has 3 ghosts at least. One wears a red military-looking coat and has long black hair and beard. Have seen him multiple times. He just appears out of nowhere and scares the bejeebers out of me. When I go to visit, I have to say out loud, no random appearances, no touching, and no talking. Yes, they will speak to you and even scarier, touch you. One will stand in the doorway to the TV room and look at you. Pets will growl at the doorway. Friends have mistaken this one for my father. I've never seen him. Can feel him when he's present, but I will not look towards the doorway. The other one is the touchy-feely ghost. Have not seen this one either, nor been touched, but my brothers have. And a cat or two are ghosts. Friends have commented on seeing the cats. Old federal period home. Obviously some type of spirit or group of spirits that have lived within that very, very old home. First comment that we hear, touching, hearing, and pets.
It's interesting. I'm curious if the ghosts can see each other and communicate. He's like, hey, there's this tenant comes. You want to spook them? You go from that side, I'm from that side, and we just scare the cat and can't go on them. Can ghosts communicate between each other, or they just can communicate only with alive? It's so many questions.
You know what I wonder with these super old homes? So it's usually like a spirit that's in the home that stays with the home for a very long time. Some of these homes could be like 100, 200 years old or whatever. My understanding, my very basic understanding, because I'm not like a ghost expert, something ties that person to that home for eternity, whether it's a traumatic event or just like the importance of that home to that person. But if it's like one of these homes that are like a couple hundred years old, let's say, and there's been 2 or 3 generations of different families living there, and like other people die in that home, like, do they fight over who gets to haunt the house?
That's a question.
Myself and 2 friends all saw the same ghost at the same time. We were driving through a pretty uninhabited part of our little SoCal desert town almost 20 years ago. He appeared out of nowhere, barefoot, standing on the side of the road, heels in the dirt, toes in the asphalt. He looked like a normal old man in his 70s or 80s, other than his late 19th century rural clothes and a blank, slack-jawed look on his face. He was looking across the street, but the moment we all noticed him, his head rolled to the side, looking right at us. His body then leaned at a 45-degree angle as we drove right through him. It all happened in an instant. When we turned around, there was no one there. Yeah, it's different. This one's not really in a house.
Yeah.
But then again, it could be like a situation, like you said, where he wasn't properly buried and maybe that's where he passed and that's the place that he haunts.
Maybe not even haunt. Maybe he just like trying to find a way.
But it seems like some of these comments, like according to these commenters, kind of answers the question of like, how do they appear when they see them? And a lot of them probably appear in what they passed away in, or at least like period appropriate clothing, like the military gentleman with the red coat, or like this gentleman here with like a specific time period clothing on. I just think of like what like people who die in like these current times, like what kind of hype beast bullshit outfits they have on.
Can you imagine like dying in a like this capri pants? Was like
just ghost in capris. I can't take them seriously.
Right? Like, oh woo, and you just like, seriously?
Or
it's not a Skims. Not wearing Skims. Not serious ghost.
Do you remember those like sunglasses that Kanye used to wear, like the shutter shades? Like imagine dying in a pair of those. Like, cute man. I'm like, get out of here, loser.
You know what I mean? Like, you need to be like, if you understand that you can die at any moment, you better prepare and look the best. You can be like forever in this look.
I want to ask our viewers a question, and if you want to answer, please drop a comment down below. What's a piece of clothing that you don't want to be found dead in, haunting a house for the rest of eternity? Please just let us know if there are crazy stunner shades like that, capri pants like Marie said, or any other embarrassing piece of clothing. Let us know.
A Mickey Mouse t-shirt. It's just
I don't think there's copyright laws in the afterlife. You'll be all right.
You're gonna be all right. Yeah, totally.
Well, Marie,
Oof.
that was kind of more fun than I expected, especially for a Halloween kind of ghost themed one. I think I learned that not all ghosts are scary, especially if you see them in Kanye West's shutter shades. Can
you imagine? I'll put all together. Capri, t-shirt with a Mickey Mouse or Minnie Mouse, and these glasses, and it's like a flip flops, but with this high heel. But it's not a heel. It's just like like
the one extra thick foam.
Yeah, like.
Oh jeez.
Or Uggs.
Well,
there's so much stuff I don't want to be dead in.
Well, listen, while you're still living with us, if you've seen any ghosts or want to share any stories with us, hit us up on our subreddit and share your story over there at r/lunchbreak_GSP. And Marie, while they're still with us, what should they do?
When you're still with us, you must subscribe on our channel. Like, comment, subscribe. And we're going to be so happy to see you in the next episode. Bye.
Bye.